What's going on, my people? It's your boy, Mr. OBF, back one time for your mind. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, people. Welcome to the OBF network channel. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. If you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF, the real Cash App, and donate to the channel. People, we highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channels down there strolling below. Make sure y'all guys share the videos, man. Listen. Do Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, do y'all want to win an election or y'all just want to fucking lose? Like, you know how motherfuckers, like, listen, this is the real reason. This is one of the real reasons why I'm not a Democrat anymore. This is the real reason why. These motherfuckers cannot stop standing in their own way. Like, listen, I'm gonna break this shit down as the video go, but I need people to understand. I need the Biden administration to understand this. This is why y'all are not getting a lot of black votes. This is, well, a lot of black people not fucking with y'all. As far as the Israel shit, that's why a lot of young people ain't fucking with y'all. Okay, a lot of Hispanics is starting to like, yeah, they on some other shit because, you know, they think they the new white people or some shit. I don't know with some of the Hispanic people. But anyway. But yeah. So we got two Muslim sisters. Goes to a Kamala Harris an event. And some little sweet pea motherfucker, that's all I'm gonna call him, one of the alphabet community motherfuckers, white guy, and a sister, a black sister, denies these Muslim sisters to go into the event when they already went through the process to get through, but they want, you know, they had to go through another, you know, then they had to go through the exit or whatever, right? I mean, to get into the building. But they've been through all the process. They on, you know, they get denied to go in. But y'all wouldn't believe why they denied these sisters of going into this event. I can't make this shit up, man. Listen, they don't want to win. Listen, if Biden and listen, I said this shit last time, right, about Trump. I said Trump will only lose the election if the economy fucks up. And somehow, some way, he fucked it up because of COVID. He didn't handle COVID right. Look, the economy could have got fucked up. Everything got shut down. It wasn't really his fault, right, in a way. But by the way he handled it, he fucked everything up. He made it even worse by being a narcissist, thinking this shit is about him. Nigga, this is about everybody. The world is under attack with a virus. Nigga, like, we ain't the only ones shutting down. But anyway, I told motherfuckers then that's the only way he was going to lose. And lo and behold, he lost that goddamn election. Let me explain something to everybody about Joe Biden and them. They will only lose the election if they do not get off their asses and promote the good shit that they have done and really go after Republicans, which is MAGA. If they do not do that, they play this term around, play that kumbaya bullshit that they did in the last election. I mean, the last election when they was running in 2020, they will fucking lose. And then this type of shit behavior from your staffers or whoever the fuck these people are, this ain't gonna help. You are turning people away with fuck shit. Let's move. Shout out to Dr. Richie. For this clip. I just want to put that out there. Shout out to Dr. Richie, man. Damn, man. I swear to God, man. Listen. This is the real reason why I'm not a Democrat, bro. This is one of the real reasons why, the Democrats are so fucking stupid. They don't know how to promote themselves. They don't know how to fight back. They look weak. They do stupid shit like this, and then they come up with bogus ass excuses. Like, you can't play the same stupid games that Trump play with your voters. We ain't stupid. Like, you can't do that. Especially if you want my vote. I'm going to vote for you anyway because, in fact, I know better. But this don't help your voters. I'm voting for y'all anyway because I understand what's going on. But this type of shit, you going to lose people. Listen, this type of shit that we get ready to see, I already know this exists. Okay? This is why I'm not a Democrat. But it's too much shit on the line for me to look at this type of shit, and that this will actually be a turn off for me. If Trump wasn't so goddamn bad and the Republican parties wasn't so horrible. We know is let's move on, man. I'm already irritated, man. Let's move on, man.
Does Biden Harris want to win? Do they want to win? According to this new video, 2 Muslim women were prevented from attending a VP Harris event. Here it is.
We are choosing who's going in and out of the event. I'm sorry.
Why are you choosing us not to go in when we have an invite?
Right, you specifically singled us out?
That's racist. Is it because we have the jobs?
I'm happy to talk to someone else.
It is, because that's clearly, I was afraid of this.
And let me just say this. To all the white people out there, I get it. I get it. Listen, don't get me wrong. I get it. I get it. It's very, very uncomfortable when somebody black says to you, that shit is racist. You did it because of some racist shit? And I know it's uncomfortable, and sometimes I know it maybe can make you very upset. You know how easy it is to say, listen, ma'am, it has nothing to do with your race, ma'am. No, ma'am. Listen, if you got that, if somehow, somewhere you pick that up, that is not the issue. I guarantee you that. It is very easy to de-escalate that type of situation. That's like if somebody asks me, they see the type of shit that topics I talk about on this show, and a white person come up to me and be like, hey, man, do you hate white people or something? Like, what do you mean? Well, you talk about race and you say a lot of horrible shit about white people sometimes. I would tell them, listen, I ain't saying that about all white people. But it is horrible white people out here like it's horrible black people out here. And no, I don't hate white people. I don't hate nobody. But I'm not going to sit around and pretend that hate doesn't exist. Racism doesn't exist. It's very easy to de-escalate a situation other than to get, flustered or, uncomfortable or angry about it. Because she didn't say he was a racist. She said that's racist. If you are only targeting us because we wearing the hijabs or whatever, I might be saying that wrong, but and you don't come with a comeback and say, no, ma'am, it's not because of that. You say nothing that, of course that black person or that Muslim person gonna be like, hey, well, that shit is racist. You ain't even answer the question either. See, the problem with people I'm starting to see is that we're having this thing of that we keep trying to act like our young folks should do better. They're watching the behavior of grown-ass people that can't have conversations with other grown ass people or have a discussion about an incident. And then we expect, oh, the kids shouldn't be out here. There shouldn't be violence. That's stupid. How the fuck they know? Because they're watching their idols, and I keep saying this, your kids' first idols are you. They look up to you first. They're watching how you behave. And then you wonder why the fucking kids is crazy. Listen, man, answer the goddamn question. Is it because of what I'm wearing on my head? No, ma'am, it's not that. Well, explain to the people why you're not letting them in. But it always breaks down to it was that. You know one thing that I actually do like about straight up racists? They'll tell you, yeah, you're goddamn right. It's because of that goddamn turban you got on, nigger. And I respect it, and I'm going to whip your ass just for calling me a nigger. But I'm just saying. Some furniture going to be moving. Ain't condoning violence. I'm just telling you, watch your mouth. But we can't even have regular conversations. People can't answer questions no more because they lie. I told you, especially when people get caught in lies. A liar only can lie for so long. But anyway, let's move on. Then he said, well, I had to get somebody to come and talk to you. Well, you the one is deciding to let who in and who not in, so you should be the one I should be able to talk to. But you cowered out because they called you out on your racism. And you know you got called out on your racism. And let me just say something to the gay community, the alphabet community. Listen, don't pretend that y'all ain't got a bunch of some white racists in y'all little family, y'all little community and shit. Cause I have seen some gay racists. Check your people. Check your people. Listen, it's about self-responsibility, and I'm not sitting here and bullshitting people this year in 2024. Check your goddamn people, man. Seriously. I'm gonna check my people, you check your people. But let's move on.
Afraid of this.
You
That's crazy.
singled
That's
us out of everybody.
What? Is
Out
that
of
against
all the
Democrats?
women,
Whole
you singled us
campaign?
out.
That's very Islamophobic. That's very racist.
I'm sorry. Are you?
You sorry. What? Cope, you hear this shit? R.I.P. to the mamba. You hear this shit? What? You sorry for being homophobic? I mean, did she say homophobic? I don't think no. She said not. She said something. I can't remember exactly what. Basically, being racist. You sorry for being racist? Yeah, I done heard it all, people. I done heard it all. I done heard it all. You just be racist to a motherfucker, then be like, I'm sorry for being racist to you, but yeah. Yo. Yo, this is the Democrat Party, bro. Listen, I tried to listen. It ain't just the Republicans. Listen, the Republicans racist. We know that. Listen, it's some racist motherfuckers in the Democrat Party. I told you the difference is the Republicans is openly being racist. They openly racist, right? To a certain extent, right? But they really very open about their racism, right? The Democrat Party still pretending that like we in 2008 where they can still pretend that they ain't racist and shit. They still try to act like they in the closet racist. Nah. We know y'all bitches is racist too. Y'all got some racist people over there. It might not be like the Republican Party, but you got some motherfuckers say, I'm sorry. You can't make this shit up, bro. Motherfucker got me crying, man. Listen, man. Hey, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. You don't be doing this to me, man. It's too early, yo. Yo, come on, bro. Motherfucker say, I'm sorry for being racist, basically. He basically said, I'm sorry for being a racist. And then, smile and... But you can tell he's uncomfortable for doing it. So why do it? See, it wouldn't even came off as racist if he would have explained why. But he couldn't because it's on some racist shit. But let's move on. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to get down to the nitty gritty why they didn't let these people in. I'm going to tell you why. It's a damn shame. And this is why, listen, this is why I can't be a Democrat, man. These are some of the reasons why I can't be.
Keep coming through.
We have
You're
an
part of
invite.
the LGBT community too, right? And you're still gonna kick us out?
Come on through.
And listen, the Muslim sister tell him like, yeah, and you part of the alphabet community, huh? Ain't you? And you discriminating, motherfucker. Like, listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, man. 2024, listen, man, we can listen. Listen, 2024 is gonna be one of the most realest years in a long time, where you're gonna see exactly who people really truly are. You're gonna see whatever camp you from, whatever race you from black, white, whatever, you Democrat, Republican. You're gonna see what you're gonna see who people really are. Honestly. See, I've been knowing some of this shit already. So him being gay doesn't shock me that he a racist. Because, like I said, listen, everybody damn near a bigot. Me, you, everybody a bigot in a way. Well, I ain't gonna say a bigot. I believe we all a little biased towards each other. I think we all have that. It's just a natural. Oh God! Soon I get started. Now my fucking package come that I need to finish the dog setup outside on the deck. Now the fucking rug come, bitch. But anyway, they said 8 o'clock or some shit. Now they come early. But anyway, listen, I've been knowing this shit for a long time, man, that we all a little biased towards each other, so it doesn't really like shock me to see racism like that and see people true colors when it comes out of like discriminating and being biased and being racist. It doesn't shock me. It doesn't really shock me. Like I said, I know I'm biased. Listen, in periods of time in our lives, our day-to-day lives, we discriminate a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Listen, I'm gonna tell you the number one thing about me. I don't fuck around with white people like that. They cool, you know what I mean? Like I ain't trying to make no new white friends. I got enough, and I got white friends. They cool from a distance to a certain. I fuck with them. I love them. They my people. But listen, I already know my personality. I'm a little too controversial for white folks. Even my white friends. And the crazy shit about it, me and my white friends, we don't even talk about politics. We don't talk about none of that shit no more because I'm way too controversial. But we cool from a distance. And my white friends like to move around and act like life is all good and shit. And that shit irritates me. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. So I get a little annoyed with my white friends sometimes. I don't want to talk to them. Just saying. But we all got a little bias in us and we all discriminate a little bit. We all like, yeah, that motherfucker. Like, we all do that. So I'm not shocked from shit that I see. I'm just not. Because I know me, and I know we all have that. So let's move on, man.
Are you serious?
That's crazy. Wow. Now I really won't vote for Biden and Harris. That's crazy.
You're going after another group.
Can they come in? They were already.
No, we can't. I'm sorry.
Why not?
It's not because of this.
It is.
Yes,
because
it is.
why isn't it? We have an invitation.
There's plenty of women here that don't have.
No, here. Don't come up with excuses because
You are a black woman and you're coming up with excuses for racism as well.
I didn't.
Yes, you
I didn't
did.
give you an excuse.
You just said that we're not being
I'm letting you
discriminated,
know
but
that
when
you.
you clearly are.
I'm letting you know that you've been disinvited from the event.
Right.
Yes.
You let them know that they being disinvited to the event for what? They never tell these sisters why. They never tell these Muslim sisters why. So the sister is sitting there, I'm not making no excuses. Well, yeah, you are, because you're not really explaining what's the reason. You're just saying they're not invited anymore. So I always tell people, if you don't explain something to me, I can assume anything now. Because I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what the fuck you thinking. If you don't say it or show it, I don't really know. Because I don't know what's in your brain. I can't read brains. I don't read hearts. I ain't no psychic. I don't know what the fuck. R.I.P. to Miss Cleo. I ain't Miss Cleo. I'm not no media or some shit. Like, what the fuck? How I supposed to know? Listen, and the one thing about me, I like people to explain shit to me. When I don't know something, like, honestly, I need to know. Like, listen, man, they want to lose this election. It just seems that way. Then Nancy Pelosi get her old wrinkle. Let me just say this about Nancy Pelosi old ass. Let me just say this for I know we going off subject a little bit. Let me say this to Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi, if you don't sit your old ass down somewhere and retire and go back to California, San Francisco, wherever the fuck you from, bitch. If you don't go sit down and stop doing interviews. Stop doing interviews. Nobody want to talk to you. You ain't even the Speaker of the House. You ain't the majority leader. No shit. Just sit your ass down. You and Jim Clyburn. I don't need to hear from you old, raggedy motherfuckers. You old bitches. You get on my nerves. Every time I hear Nancy, sit your old ass, you rich bitch. Sit down. Some new blood come in. We don't need your old ass talking. Talking about you. We need to have the FBI investigate people that's protesters against the war in Israel, in Ghana. Calling for a ceasefire. That's Russia in them. Bitch, what? They getting paid by Russia and them. What? Listen, let me explain something to you. Even if they was, bitch, so what? All you bitches take money from Russia. So let me ask you something. So it ain't a lobby group in the United States that you bitches, Democrats, all of you Republicans, I'm gonna focus on Democrats. You Democrats get money from the Jewish community? That's okay with Israel government over there killing innocent kids in Ghana? Huh, bitch? Shouldn't they investigate you, bitch? Shouldn't the DOJ invest you old wrinkled bitch? Nancy Pelosi, sit the fuck down. Seriously. Because I can say some real fucked up shit, but I ain't Donald Trump. Sit your old ass down, man. Stop doing interviews. We ain't heard from you since you gave the baton to Jeffries. Sit your old ass down. We don't want to hear from you. Retire, bitch. somebody else a chance to get that seat. Get your old, you, George Claiborne, get the fuck up out of here. Over there stealing money and shit on Capitol Hill, and in the stock market business. Bitch, we know what's going on. Been stealing money for decades. Get your old ass out of here. Fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck what your resume is, bitch. What you've been doing for women's rights. I don't give a fuck. That's saying nonsense shit. So, the bitch, listen. If I had my eyes closed and I wasn't paying attention to the screen and the voice wasn't her voice, or listen, I thought she was the female Trump when she said that bullshit. I said this bitch crazy. Investigate protesters. Bitch, what is wrong with you? We got to do it because Russia might be paying them off. Bitch, they might be. You ain't got no evidence. Well, they need to investigate it. Let's move on, man. This country going to hell, bro. Listen, like I said, man, listen. My honest opinion, we just need to get Biden back up in there so we can start, and the Republicans out there, so we can start weaving out these goddamn fucked up Democrats, and so we can have a better country. Because these bitches are out of touch. They gone. They dinosaurs. Get them the fuck up out of here, man. I do not like old people like this. And I know some cool ass older folks, man, but these motherfuckers has lost their mind. Nancy Pelosi, please just shut the fuck up. You gonna be in Congress, bitch, just shut up. Stay behind the scenes. We don't need to see you on TV. No interviews. Keep your dumbass opinions to yourself, bitch.
Is invited to the event. I did not hear a proclamation about a rules violation. Did not hear any type of cause and effect that would get someone booted from an event that they have an invite to in particular. Put them up full mask. I don't know what you all think you're doing. You're definitely not doing Harris, the vice president, any favors. You're not doing Biden any favors, and you're damn sure not doing the community they are supposed to represent any favors. You are harming. I want you to take a moment here and keep this picture up. You are harming the very paradigm that makes us possible. And that's called diversity.
And let me just say something. This ain't no better than Trump. Like this type of behavior and shit that you hearing about what they did to, this is some shit Trump and the Republicans would do, bro. This is the same party talking about the democracy is on the line. I can't tell the way how y'all acting, the way y'all ain't doing shit. And I mean, I'm not talking about policies. This ain't about policies. Listen, I know that y'all doing the best you can with policies. And you did some good shit. I ain't tripping. You did more than I expected. I ain't even gonna lie. But the behavior, the not promoting and not fighting back and this goofy shit that they doing, I don't understand this type of behavior. Listen, if I'm Joe, who the fuck was that? Who did that? Send them to my office. And I talked to this motherfucker, them two motherfuckers. Who told y'all this? You send such and such to my office. And I had all them, whoever it was, had all the motherfuckers. Listen, don't you ever in your goddamn lives turn down our voters to our events, especially when they already have an invite. If they didn't, that's something different. let me just say this to people. I don't know why people continue to keep going out here protesting and shit and trying to disturb an event. Okay? Listen. If you go and protest outside, be peaceful, do whatever, but don't try to disrupt an event. You ain't going to stop nothing. You just going to get your ass arrested or escorted out. That's all I'm saying. But you got to do better. And I told y'all, listen, I don't knock protesting. I don't knock people putting boots on the ground, not knocking that. I ain't protesting shit. I protest with my money and my time and my vote. That's how I protest. And I use my little platform that I got to tell people what need to be said and why they shouldn't support shit. Not making them and shit like that, but I'm telling people why they shouldn't. But, come on, man. But to each his own with protesting. I told you, I ain't mad at people that protest. I just get a little annoyed. It's like a pet peeve. I get a little annoyed when people doing crazy shit like that. It seems ludicrous to me in this time. Because we can protest in different ways. But people don't have the strength to do what I'm asking them to do. Or just might not be financially in a position to do it. I don't know. But I'm just saying, to each his own. To each his own.
Agreement is not required. We can sit down, we can talk. When we start doing things like this, we become the villain. We lose our moral compass. Whatever gains you think you can get out of doing this, they are not sustainable. It will only be temporary. A video showing two women being blocked from entering a campaign event with Vice President Kamala Harris in Las Vegas on Saturday has now gone viral. The video, which was posted on X Tuesday morning by the account named Nevadans for Palestinian Liberation, a series of posts by the group identify the women in the video as Muslim and claim they have RSVP'd for the event and had been given wristbands after checking in. An aide with the Biden-Harris campaign said the individuals were among a group of people that weren't allowed to attend the event because they had previously disrupted and shut down events with Democratic elected officials.
Well, how they go through the process then? Listen, this all PR talk and this all political bullshit. Trying to save face. Fuck out of here. That shit to me. This response to it is actually even worse to me. Because it's almost like you trying to play with my intelligence. Like I'm a Trump supporter or something. I'm not a Democrat either, so you can't play me like that. Fuck you mean? These was some demonstrators that was disorderly and they try to, acting crazy in the last event or something, right? Disrupted the last event. Well, if that's the case, if you knew this disease was these people, how the fuck they go to that process? You assumed that. You didn't know that for a fact. You assumed that. And let me just say something. Listen, this is where Biden and they don't want to win, man. I'm just telling y'all, man. Listen, that with me, don't nobody put no motherfucking statement out until I get to the bottom of this shit. They all putting out statements and shit after this. No. You know what you nigga, listen, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. This is what I loved about Obama. It was a motherfucking issue, come holler at me. No, let me talk to him. We need all that shit, fuck that. If the media want to come, they can come, but listen, let me holler at y'all. Remember the professor and the cop and shit, right wing went crazy. Set them down and had them talk that shit out. Drunk a beer with them. That's how you do shit like that. You don't throw a statement out there lying, making up shit. You already in the wrong. That's some shit Donald Trump would do. And then you wonder why people don't fucking trust the government. This type of bullshit. Man, listen, but I told y'all they ain't that much better than Trump and them. I keep telling y'all, the only difference is that they ain't as outly racist as Donald Trump. They ain't as evil as he is. This is the election of lesser two evils. The Hillary Clinton shit was different. This bitch just was going around placating the black people, and black people, chill out a little bit. This administration act like they don't give a fuck about black people, or give a fuck about the Muslim community voters, or the Latino, or the young people votes, because they in the White House passing policies and shit like that supposed to actually mean something. When you got people that ain't that educated in policies, your voters are not that educated. They don't even know how some of those policies that are good, that's actually helping them. Because they don't explain the shit very well. They don't consistently do it. I'll be throwing that shit in Trump in their face. This is what we did with the drug prices. Every day I'm putting it out. Doing an interview. Who want to do an interview with me at CNN? Get that person from CNN I like. Matter of fact, call Charlemagne the God. Let me do all these interviews with all these different people that kind of represent my voters, and I'm all gonna do an interview. I'm gonna do about a 30-minute interview with each of them and explain to them blah 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 what's going on. The most 45 minutes, because I got shit to do because I'm the president. See, it's a way you supposed to do it. Listen, we dealing with dinosaurs. They haven't even caught up to the new shit, that the new millennium, how media kind of work now. They still think they back in the motherfucking 2008 rocking them 9 and shit. Come on, bruh. The media different now. It ain't about mainstream media all the time. I keep telling motherfuckers that. The new media is the internet. Let's move on, man.
Officials. As a policy, the campaign will disinvite individuals known to have disrupted prior events, the aide said in a statement. So, first of all, there are two narratives here. One says, well, they're part of a group that disrupted Democrats before. So that tells me somebody said, oh, those people over there, yeah, those folks over there, bad news. Probably a local elected official. And then the statement comes out and says, oh, well, these individuals are known. Specifically, these individuals are known to what? Disrupt what? Because you said it was other Democrats, not you. In other words, you filed up here. In a statement posted on X Tuesday evening, Nevadans for Palestinian Liberation accused the Biden-Harris campaign of turning away the two women who they said did not attend the event together because they were wearing hijabs. Other NPL members that were not.
And let me just explain something to everybody. See, what they not understanding, if you start to lose the Pakistani type of people, the Muslim votes, you know black people is Muslim too. Do you understand that? So you're just not fucking with them. You're fucking with black people, and you just not like. It's just weird that they don't understand that. But I keep telling y'all, it's some black people in this country really think they are American. Like they act like we equal. We're not equal to these motherfuckers. And it may sound like some victim shit. It's not. It's actually reality. Stop pretending that you equal to these motherfuckers. Stop pretending you equal to white people. You're not. They prove it to you all the time. SWAT, listen. I don't move in a victim type of mentality, right? I move in respect me, I respect you. I understand hierarchy and all that shit. I get that, but I don't care about that shit at the end of the day if you ain't got no respect with it. You could be over top of me, but you better have some respect for me. Because at the end of the day, I'm a man. I'm not no child. Even if I was a child, still. It's a certain level of respect that you gotta have. Listen, they playing, man. Like that, that's like they almost intentionally trying to lose votes. You listen. I want to say this to the Biden administration. You think I'm voting for you because of you? No. You think a lot of black people was going to vote for you because of you? Because of your administration? No. We voting for you because of that orange motherfucker in the Republican Party. That's why we voting for you. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing else. Ain't got nothing even to do with policies. I listen. I told people it ain't even about policies no more. No, good and evil, or the lesser two evils if you want to be real. Fuck out of here, man. We ain't voting for you and Kamala Harris because of y'all. No. I don't even like Kamala Harris. I damn sure don't like Joe Biden. I ain't no Democrat, bitch. I don't fuck with y'all. But I understand what's going on. You think we can vote for you just because you doing a good job in policies? Half of the motherfuckers that vote for you don't even understand the policies. They don't even know how it affects them in a good or bad way half of the fucking time. I do. So I ain't voting for you because of no fucking policies. You doing a pretty good job with policies. Like I said, you did some good shit that you did more than I thought you was gonna do. So it's not about policies. I'm voting for you because that orange nigga. Because of the Republican Party, they make me sick. They make my stomach hurt. They make me want to throw up. The Democrat Party just get on my motherfucking nerves. Let's move on, man.
That were not wearing hijabs were allowed to enter. Why? According to the group, you already saw it, because of the actual attire. The release also included a statement allegedly from one of the women in the video, only identified as A. The woman pushed back on the Biden-Harris campaign's claim that she was turned away because she had disrupted events in the past. Quote, "I have never disrupted a political event in my life, and any insinuation of me doing so is categorically inaccurate," she said in a statement. Quote, "With what happened, I know I will not be voting for Democrats in this election." And you can't really blame the person for having that kind of reaction to being.
You see what I'm saying here? They don't want to win. They just think motherfuckers gonna come out and vote for them because Trump's so bad. Listen, man, people ain't listen. Listen, a lot of people in this country, right? Especially people on the Democrat side. Listen, a lot of them are already been at the boiling point with the Democrat Party. The only reason a lot of them even voted for Biden was because of the simple fact of how bad Trump handled the COVID-19 shit. A lot of people would have stayed the fuck home and wouldn't voted at all. But we couldn't handle Trump. Like, it was enough of this shit, man. Come on, enough, man. This nigga is embarrassed. It's almost, listen, even though we don't fuck with Trump, he's still a part of the United States. He was an embarrassment. And then it's like now, you see the Republican Party doing the bullshit that they're doing in Congress and around the country in these states. You like, yo, come on, bruh. Even in the Supreme Court, you like, yo, what the fuck? Nah, yo. Listen, I already knew I was voting for Biden Soon they got rid of affirmative action. Okay. You motherfuckers, okay, I see what you're on now. We can't let y'all get no more power till y'all learn how to get rid of the racists. Like, honestly, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Every time we gotta vote, local or federal, or the government-wise, right? Listen, we should not be voting for Republicans to put them in office until they get rid of racists. It just is what it is. I will never vote for a Republican, ever, until they get rid of racists in their party. But they don't have people that will vote for them because their policies suck. So they're going to stick with the racists. So we got to be consistent of not voting for them and making sure we come out and vote for the opposite side. We can do two things at once. We can still get in the Democrats' ass and vote some of them corporate Democrats the fuck up out of here, like Nancy Pelosi, Joe Biden, and them. Get them the fuck up out of here. Old pieces of shit. I'm telling y'all to listen. If they lose this election, shit gonna go to hell. We can't come back from this. Believe it or not. But if we can, Michelle Obama run it. Michelle run it. She ain't got, listen, the Democrat Party ain't gonna have no choice but for her to run. They ain't have no choice. They're telling y'all that now. We already missed the opportunity with Bernie. Listen, the next best thing on that list is Michelle. We can talk to Michelle. No one, she a woman. Women, believe it or not, are more understanding than men. We got egos and pride and shit. Michelle don't seem like that. She ain't like Hillary Clinton and shit, try to be like a man and shit like that, you know. I still think she took a trip on the wild side, if you know what that means. But anyway, Hillary seemed like she a little butch for me. So she was always trying to, be tough and, how them studs be. Right? But we had to give Michelle up in there, man. We lost our opportunity with Bernie. Bernie ain't running no more. Bernie way too old, man. I don't even want Bernie run no more, man. The level of disrespect that he got, I don't even want that. Even from my own people, the disrespect they did to Bernie was some bullshit. We allowed the Democrat, they corrupt, and black people like, he ain't gonna be able to get these. What you thought Biden was? Biden ain't get shit done. Not like that. Everything that Biden got done was the same shit Bernie was talking about. If it was up to Biden, he wouldn't did none of that shit. I mean, if it wasn't up to Bernie and some of the progressives in there, he wouldn't have got none of that shit done. Y'all better get on with the new movement, man, and stop this bullshit with the Democrat Party, the corporate Democrat Party. Fuck out of here. And you can't keep keeping these corporate Democrats in there, because I'm telling y'all, listen, they starting to corrupt the progressives in there. And it's not even corrupting them, they silencing them. They took their movement and Bernie wave, the progressive wave, and they used that shit against them and won. And fucked them over. They ain't just use it, they fucked them over with it. Come on over here and, ride with us, Bernie. Come on, man. We fucking you over, but, come on. Better for the country. Better for the Democrat Party. Trump is a danger. And they did that. Because if Bernie kept that same attitude that little Nikki Haley, that little racist bitch, If he'd have kept the same energy she keeping, we'd never know what could have happened. But no lie to you, Biden probably wouldn't have won. But anyway, let's move on.
You're being actively discriminated against, and you don't have some kind of response from Harris or Biden or maybe the DNC that says, "Oh my goodness, we messed up, we got it wrong, we'll never do that again." Can we have a conversation?
Right.
Can you come to the White House?
Right.
None of that. The statement literally sounds like it was written by Donald Trump. Let me read the statement again. That these individuals known to have disrupted prior events, end quote. Who does that sound like? Does that sound like progressive politics to you? No, that sounds like a Trump quote as to why they kicked somebody out who was black or brown or Muslim in the LGBTQ community. The Council on American Islamic Relations called on Harris to respond to the video. Quote, "The American people deserve to know whether these women were profiled and barred from an event featuring Vice President Harris because they were visibly Muslim." CARE, Government Affairs Director Robert McCall, said in the statement Tuesday, quote, "We encourage Vice President Harris to take appropriate action to address this apparent incident of profiling." The Nevada State Democratic Party and Clark County Democratic Party Chair Shelby Wilkes did not respond to a request for comment Tuesday evening.
And believe it or not, they shouldn't. And they shouldn't. This is supposed to be Kamala Harris. This was her event, so she should have been fully on to it and went to Joe like, "Hey, Joe, what the fuck is going on?" If I'm Joe, I'm going at Kamala. What the fuck? You clean that up. I got more important shit to do. Clean that shit up. Fuck is going on? Check your people. Check our people. Whatever you want to look at it. Check them off. Listen, man. This whole shit smells like it just sounds like some Donald Trump shit. Like Trump would do some shit. The Republican Party would do some shit like this. You're supposed to be trying to separate yourselves away from that shit. Don't even want to come close to that. But listen, I told y'all back then, when Biden was running, he went on the Breakfast Club, and he had the nerve to get on a black network, not a black network, a black show, and basically tell black people, a black audience, "Hey, you don't vote for me, you ain't black." That's like black people telling other black people you ain't black enough. But it's even worse coming from a white person. You know how offensive it is to hear that shit from a black person telling another black man that or black person that? You be like, "Yo, who the fuck are you?" Like you get right irritated. It seemed like black people didn't want that upset that Biden said that. Nigga, you disqualified. Listen, soon he said that, he disqualified. I didn't vote for him just because of that. And of course, I know his background, and I knew he wasn't going to do shit. All that shit he was promising, I know he wasn't going to be able to do none of that shit. He wasn't even going to do basically half of that shit. And he didn't. Listen, man. They gonna fuck around and lose this election. And you can't even blame Trump for this. You got Trump in a hole right now. Regardless of what the polls show, he in a hole. And you motherfuckers are digging him out the hole. Like, what the fuck is the Democrat Party doing? Let's move on, man.
And likely the chair will not respond. The chair is part of the company. All right. They're part of the company, the corporation known as the Democratic Party. They may be responding behind the scenes. That's possible. Support among Arab and Muslim Americans shrinking. All right. So let's read it.
And let me just say this. And listen, and please do not be shocked that the Republican hypocritical ass is going to use this shit. They are going to use this shit. And I'm going to roast their ass anyway, just for them trying to use this, acting like they somewhat better. So much better. Y'all actually worse. Y'all don't even like Muslims. Y'all was okay with a Muslim ban, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. We ain't trying to hear that shit. Like, you know, oh, now y'all, oh, I can't believe the Bible. Get the fuck out of here. Like, now you care about Muslims now. Huh? Is that what you telling? Yeah, okay. But they gonna use, don't be shocked they use this shit against Biden and them. Cause listen, man. If I was them, I'd use it too. But, you know, if I was, oh, never mind. Let's move on.
In Arab American or Muslim American circles, support for Biden's re-election is rapidly crumbling. The Arab American Institute found that only 17% of Arab Americans say they will vote for Biden in 2024, down from 59% who did in 2020. Muslim Americans recently began the hashtag Abandon Biden campaign. Focusing on the sizable Muslim American communities in swing states such as Michigan, Arizona, and Georgia. And let me tell you why this is problematic overall. Republicans have figured out how to win national and statewide elections without building coalitions. They have figured out how to win elections with racist people and individuals who are okay with racist people. All right? They figured it out.
Yeah, but that's part of it, Dr. Richie. But the other part is they gerrymander. So, like, a lot of these states and shit like Texas, people be thinking Texas is like a red state. It's actually really not. It's a lot of purple in that motherfucker. But they gerrymandered the shit out of Texas, that where you just see Republicans win all the time. Honestly. Especially on the higher level. Like, you know what I mean? Like Ted Cruz ass is in trouble. But don't get it twisted. You don't think they're going to try to gerrymander the shit out of Ted Cruz district to get him so he can get reelected? They're going to do it again. Because they can't win fair and square. Listen, they talk about the Democrats. They talk about the election was stolen and all that shit. These motherfuckers be cheating with that gerrymandering shit. And I'm not saying Democrats don't do it. The Democrats do it because they do it. Right? But it doesn't make it right. But shit, you do something to me, I'm petty in that way. So I'm okay with it when the Democrats do it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But they can't win straight up. Because for number one, just because people believe in God doesn't mean they're very religious. The Republicans found this out probably about a decade ago. Right? With Barack. Like, you get what I mean? And so they understood that. And so they've been, for years, they've been working like, yo, where we gonna get our base from? And then, no lie to you, when Trump, they didn't want to fuck with Trump, but Trump beat their top guys. Right? And he had the movement that he got, right? That he has. Them racist motherfuckers. And then you really started, listen, the Republican Party, just like Dr. Richie said, the Republican Party, you know, they're racist sympathizers. Like, so they're okay with racism. As long as it benefits them and they get their policies, right? And keep power. So they're okay with that. So, is they probably full-blooded racist? No. A lot of Trump supporters. But they're racist, though, because they accept racism. They accept the extreme racists. So, because they want power, whatever it may be, whatever they reasons for it. But, listen, the Republicans Party can never win the public vote. If Trump wins this time around, he's only going to win the Electoral College. He's not going to win the popular vote. He's not going to win that. The Republican Party haven't won the popular vote. I don't know if Reagan won it or not. I know both of the Bushes didn't. No, Trump didn't. I'm trying to think. I don't think Reagan did either. I got to look back. I got to research that. Or go back and research that. But I don't think Reagan even won the popular vote. They can't win elections without the Electoral College. And I think it's been like that for a couple of generations. They can't win the popular vote. Especially after the civil rights era. They just can't win the popular vote anymore. So, and they know that. Because times was changing after the civil rights era. So, that's why they gerrymander. I mean, they've been gerrymandering, but that's why they do it is a lot more than they used to. They gerrymander the shit out of that shit every time. It's like Florida. People think like Florida is like a real red state. It's actually really not. They gerrymander the shit out of that shit. So it seemed like it's very red. It's actually really not. Now, Mississippi, Alabama, a little different. No, and even Mississippi a little bit, because there's a lot of black people in Mississippi. A lot of them. They gerrymandered the shit out of Mississippi. Arkansas, yeah, that's a red state. Like certain states, it's red states. Like you kind of really don't got a chance of being, representing. A Democrat can't win down that bitch in certain states. But like Georgia, people think Georgia is like a red state. It's not. It's actually a real purple state. Trying to tell y'all, man. That's why we need to get out and vote.
Democrats, however, cannot win without building coalitions. They need coalitions in order to win. You keep chipping away at these coalitions. You have an underrepresented youth vote now.
And believe you not, that's where that replacement theory comes from, right? Like that's what that comes from. That's why they be like, oh, the Democrats want all the immigrants to come in so they can be future voters and shit like that, right? That's where that comes in at. But the Democrat Party, since the Dixiecrats switched over to be Republicans, and the Republicans switched over to being Democrats, is what we have now, right? Since the, civil rights era and all that shit, it's not as complicated, but it's not as simple, right? So that's why if you really look at this shit, that's why the Republicans can't get minority votes really like that. They get a percentage, but they don't get a lot. Because the Democrat Party from back in the day, they built the correlation of like, yo, we gonna accept everybody. You know what I mean? We gonna fight for everybody, because that was the whole point of the civil rights era. The Democrat Party, the Republicans that was over there switched over to the Republican Party, and they started a coalition. It was supposed to be the Republicans, but the Dixiecrats started trying to play both sides and shit, trying to fuck the movement up. The Republicans at the time, which is the Democrats now, they figured out what they was doing, and then they switched over. And then a lot of shit came out. The secret came out, and so people started to know, so they couldn't hide behind that shit. They couldn't do that secret shit no more, trying to, fuck shit up, right? So the Democrats from then on, their whole movement, we accepting everybody. Taking the immigrants, we taking everybody that's on this type of level of good. Like, so take the gay people, we taking everybody, you know what I'm saying? It took a minute for everybody to get certain rights and shit like that at the wild, but you've seen the Democrats just transform into this coalition of everybody, right? Like you're gonna see yourself in the Democrat Party. You're not gonna just see a whole bunch of white fucking motherfuckers, a bunch of white people, or a whole bunch of Native Americans, or a whole bunch of Hispanics or Mexicans and shit, and Chinese people, or just all black people. You're gonna see everybody. Everybody sprinkled in that bitch. But they've been working on this shit since the Civil Rights era. And for some odd reason, even in the 90s too, it's like they was on some other shit. Like they forgot about that. And then when Clinton got back in office, Clinton brought that shit back together. Cause whatever Biden and them was doing, they was fucking it up. They was kept siding with Republicans on racist shit, racist policies. And it was turning off the coalition of, the different nationalities, different races of people. So, hey, hold on, man. And then Bill got in that bitch and it was all good. Listen, I told you, black people's always the motherfuckers that they look at to see what black people doing. Everybody, every race watch what we do. As much as we get fucked with and get picked on and discriminated more than everybody, all the other races of minorities of people watch what we doing. Even white folks, they watch where we at, what we're doing. So when black people was like, oh yeah, we fuck with Clinton, that's our guy. That's when everybody was like, okay, we back. The coalition is back. It's black people's always been those leaders. That's why a lot of people, in a sense, even our immigrant brothers and sisters and shit, some of them, they can't stand us because we have that leadership skills. We just don't have the finances and the power in a way, right? But we have one thing about black people, black Americans, we know how to do movements. We know how to shake some shit up. That's what we do. We learn from our ancestors. That's why when that Black Lives Matter shit, it hit so hard. When they seen black people, listen, you started to see all different races of people come out is because they seen black people was like, oh, no, fuck this shit. We sick and tired. And they probably had black friends. Nah, man, we can't let this shit go. Nah, fuck that. When that George Floyd shit, nah, we can't let that shit. Freddie Gray, all that. Nah, bruh. Nah. And our white counterparts and other so-called allies at the time, all of them, gay community, everybody, Hispanics, everybody, Chinese, everybody, they're like, oh, we got to ride with the black people if they get upset. See, one thing about black people, we so used to holding in pain that people sometimes people say people take your kindness for weakness. That's how a lot of different races of people look at black people, because we can take pain so well and we can hide it very well in a way, right? We let that shit keep going and going, like, you know what I mean, until it builds up and then we explode on their ass. And that's all that would happen with the whole George Floyd shit and Freddie Grays and all that shit. Like, we just got tired, bro. Enough of this shit. And then you lying to us like it's gonna get better, and then it doesn't. Turn right around and shit happen again. Nah. And like I always keep telling y'all, the ground roots of everything, of why shit goes to another level, is because of street motherfuckers. It was street people that sparked that Black Lives Matter shit, sparked them protesters. Because without the streets, if you ain't from the streets, you can't go protesting in the motherfucking streets. Not in the hoods. So you had to get like some type of permission. Motherfuckers in the hood had to be on board with that. Just trying to tell you. And I'm going to tell y'all something. When a lot of them protesters was going on, the police didn't go in the hoods like that. Because they knew them niggas in the hoods was ready to shoot and kill their ass. Honestly. A lot of them other protests you seen, the police was beating motherfuckers up, that wasn't in the hood. You go to I seen the protests. Listen, the Freddie Gray shit, I was here for it. I'm telling y'all. Motherfucking Crips and Bloods and street niggas down here, man, the police was shook. They ain't know what to do. That's why the mayor, whoever it was at the time, was like, just let them be. Because they understood. You go ahead and fuck around in the hood. Listen, in the hood, they got the same guns the police got. Just trying to tell y'all, man. Let's move on.
The youth vote now. You have black voters in Alabama already feeling completely disenfranchised like they did back in the 60s with the democratic process. Now you have Muslim Americans feeling disenfranchised. Your coalition is shrinking considerably. And it's all coming from you, Biden Harris. It's not coming from Trump. It's like you're handing the damn thing over to him. Mm-hmm. I don't know what you all are thinking. Maybe you're hoping that he's arrested or in prison.
I'm telling y'all, that's part of what that is. Dr. Richie hit that shit on. I've been saying this shit. Listen, the Democrat Party ain't even Nikki Haley. That's why she hoping this nigga die or go to jail. And that's the same thing with the Biden administration. They hoping he die or go to jail. Or he just say, I'm out. I ain't running no more. But that ain't Trump. Trump a stubborn racist piece of shit. His ego won't let him. You already know he ain't gonna bow out. The only way, and I'm gonna tell you, the only way Trump will bow out, nigga, if they start taking all his fortune, start taking his money. If they start doing that, Trump be like, oh no, never mind. You know what? I'm out. Start taking his property, fuck with his family property, anything he got and he involved in, they start fucking with it, taking it. That's when Trump he'll bow out. You gotta understand, Trump, what, 70-something years old? Trump don't give a fuck about going to jail. Trump knows sooner or later he gonna die soon. He don't give a fuck. That's why, listen, everybody think, we all know Trump a psychopath, but everybody think like, this nigga he crazy. No, Trump don't give a fuck. He's 70. You ever seen an old person, man, they stuck in it, they don't give a fuck. Trump old, he don't care. Send me to jail, I'm gonna be more popular in jail. Trump probably be in a jail with racists, nigga. He don't care. Listen, first of all, they ain't even gonna put Trump in population. First of all, listen, you trying to get him killed. You put him in population. I don't give a fuck if Trump asks for it. They ain't gonna give it to him. He gonna be in the feds or something. Even if he in the state, he gonna have a wing to himself. They probably let niggas out early or send him to other jails to give him his whole wing because he gonna still need Secret Service. It's mandatory that he have it if he get arrested. They're gonna have to cut a whole wing off. Just for Trump. Ain't nobody gonna get next to him in jail. That's why they hoping. And I believe that the Biden administration is hoping this motherfucker die, or he gets sentenced, or he getting close and he know he get ready to go to jail or something. And he say, look, y'all drop all the charges, I won't run no more. And they want him to put that shit in writing. That's what they're waiting on. But I'm just telling y'all, Trump ain't built like that. I really highly think that Trump, he'll go to jail, nigga. Trump has shown enough street, like I didn't say street dude, but Trump has shown enough criminal. He don't give a fuck. He's a psychopath. That nigga, he know his power. See, that one thing about motherfuckers, see, Trump ain't stupid when it comes to his power. He understands his power. That's why he running amok in the Republican Party and making them bitches cower and kiss the ring. He know his power. Trump ain't that stupid. Just trying to tell you. If you think about a lot of dictators, they wasn't really that smart. They just knew how to manipulate people. Even people that's the head of a cult. They ain't really that intelligent. A lot of them. They just know that the people that they manipulating is stupid. They just a little tad smarter than the people that's following them. A lot of them. Here and there you get like a Hitler or something like that, where a motherfucker is kind of, he's intelligent. But that shit, but when power can turn you stupid where you feel like you untouchable. I knew very, very smart drug dealers, nigga, but they start getting power and feeling like they untouchable, that's then you know they dead. Or they ass get arrested. But they probably was some of the brightest people I ever met in my life. But that power shit, it cuts off your intelligence sometimes. It cuts off your smart. That's why it's okay to have confidence, but not to be too arrogant. Not to be arrogant. And pretending that you're untouchable. When you start feeling that you're untouchable, that's when your brain, you don't think no more. Because you be like, ain't nobody gonna fuck with me. I'm good. Nobody gonna do shit to me, nigga. I'm who I am. And when you get that way, that's when you stop using this. You stop seeing reality. Honestly. That's what they hoping for Trump. I'm telling you.
And this is going to be a free-for-all for you. But you're going to have to do some policy things that actually make sense to the people that got you there in the first place. All right.
Listen, I highly disagree. Now, for Democrat people that are Democrats, yeah, that may work for them for policies. But outside of that, motherfuckers like me, like independents like me and shit, I ain't really policies. Okay, but I get what Dr. Richie saying for that core base of Democrat type people. Yeah, it's about policies, and they want them to push that ceasefire shit with Israel, and so that's why a lot of young folks, his voter percentage is going down with that. The black community was the first. You know what I mean? Because we like, yo, where the policy for us, nigga? So it was a lot of them. We was the first. And then it was the young folks. With the whole Israel shit. And then now you got the Pakistani, the community, the Muslims and people. They like, yo, whoa, the fuck up, man. Didn't we just do this already? Like, we can't go, listen, you cannot, because we ain't going over there and killing Muslims. You shouldn't be allowing Israel to do it, and we shouldn't be funding that shit. So, like, they not, for some odd reason, I don't know why the fuck this administration not understanding that. I don't give a fuck about the Jewish money people. I don't give a fuck about them. Fuck them. I believe they're a bunch of racists anyway. That little Jewish committee core that's okay with Israel doing that shit, fuck them motherfuckers. Yeah, I said it. Call me anti-Semitic. I don't give a fuck. I ain't said it about all Jews. I said them type of Jews. Fuck them. And saying that you're a Jew doesn't mean that it's a race. Bitch, it is a religion. I can be a Jew. They just call me a black Jew, which doesn't make any sense. Fuck out of here. Let's move on.
Just thoughts here.
Perfectly said. I mean, it is egregious what happened. And the funniest part about it is that they just didn't want another viral moment where either Kamala Harris or Joe Biden get interrupted by protesters who want them to stop co-signing genocide in Gaza, right? So they wanted to avoid that moment because they didn't want to see the vice president caught off guard in that awkward moment. Oh, what'd they get? They got another even more explosive viral clip of your stooges, this dude in a like snarky black turtleneck and like glass sunglasses turning you away, and also basically admitting that, yeah, it's because you're wearing hijab. Like, you've got something 10 times worse than what you would have gotten, which is just people protesting, if in fact we're going with their side of the story, which is, yes, that these women might have disrupted. But I'm going to go with what they said, which is, we weren't going to disrupt. What are you talking about? They were singled out because they were Muslim. It is ridiculous. Everything they touch is just turns on them. This campaign is so far behind.
Because, like I said, every time, because they're the old politicians, Democrat politicians. That's why they're making these stupid ass mistakes, is because they're the old Democrat politicians. They're the corporation Democrats. So they don't even know how to adjust. They think still doing old shit. Listen, I don't know where we go from here with the Democrat Party. Other than, they gotta get forced out, or they just gotta bow out gracefully. Because they ain't gonna have no choice. If Trump wins, they ain't gonna have no choice but to bow out gracefully. Like, get the fuck out of here. Y'all lost to Trump. Fuck out of here. Y'all lost to a dude. You lost to a racist party. How you lose to a racist party? And this is the same party that we ain't racist though, but you lost to a racist party. Come on, bro. Somehow you lost to racists. The racist people beat us. The bad people beat the good people. And it happens in life, but I'm just saying, like, at this point, you can't even blame Trump and the Republicans for this. This is Biden and them. Biden. This ain't 2008. This ain't the Obama years. This ain't the Clinton years and the Bush years. This ain't those years. What the fuck are y'all doing? You gotta get your hands a little dirty, man. And not in this way of this fucked up racist shit. Listen to me, people. You know how easy this was to take care of? Whoever these people were, they fired. Up out of here. Little alphabet gay dude, fired. Fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck who told you that. Fired. You should have knew better. You gay, right? So you know how I feel to be discriminated against. You know, I don't give a fuck with somebody over top. You shouldn't have never did that. You should have allowed them to do it. Say, I can't do it. See, it's a certain type of stand that you got to take. You got to have morals. But like I say, we're not dealing with people that got morals in this country. And I keep telling y'all that. That's why you see the type of people you see. And listen, it's not to say people supposed to be perfect. Nah, bro. It got nothing to do with that. It's morals. You gotta see some shit and you know it's wrong. And if you fuck up, you gotta apologize. The gay dude, even the sister, I'd have made that bitch, write her a letter of what she gotta say. I apologize to the gay community. I apologize to the black community. I apologize to the Muslim community and the black community for not standing up and being strong. Listen, man, couldn't be me. Couldn't work for me. These people couldn't work for me. I'd have made them embarrass themselves. You embarrassed those two Muslim sisters the way y'all did? Oh, I'll make y'all go embarrass yourselves. Because y'all embarrassed me. For whatever fucked up reason. But like I said, I wouldn't be shocked that this shit ain't come from the top. And I'm talking about Kamala Harris and Biden and them. That's why you ain't heard them say nothing yet. They right now trying to figure out how they can fix this shit. Because there's going to be news for a minute. And it's going to pick up. Because soon as the Republicans feel like they ain't got nothing else to throw at the Democrats, they're going to throw this shit in their face. For some odd reason, these people been in politics for so many years, but they don't know how to play the game. Because I know they playing the game. They playing a game with people's lives, what they shouldn't. But they've been in politics for so long, and they don't know how to play the game. Man, please, man. That's why if you, listen, I can see how stupid people can side with Republicans. Because they know how to play the game. No lie to you. I get a Republicans that. They know how to play the game. These stupid Democrats, boy, these motherfuckers out here still thinking that we in politics from back in the day. I think this still the Obama era or some shit. Fuck out of here, man. Listen, I told y'all. I think the reason that my mind worked the way it works is because I had an understanding probably about 15 years ago that I said times change. It used to be like every decade in the 90s, like in the 80s, 90s, like 10 years. And I grew up in hip hop. And so you know, I understood that times, it used to be every decade shit change, right? But then I started to see especially when technology started to come, you started to see the technology and shit just getting different. It was like almost every 5 years. And then now we in the midst of technology, yo, shit changed like every 2 years. It's not even 5 anymore. Every 2 years, society kind of changes because of technology changes. And my man True, I'm gonna hit him back. But I'm like, yo, I don't know what's going on. Why people not catching this? Times change every 2 years. Society change every 2 years. And people just sitting around acting like we got to go back to how we used to be. No. It's like an old ass rapper talking about, yeah, real hip hop was back when it was. Nigga, whatever. How about you be a teacher and teach the young niggas how to really rap? To how to be greats. We in an era with disposable rappers. That's what I call them. Disposables. They hot for a little minute. Listen, you only can be hot for like 2 years now in hip hop. Honestly, if you trash like that, you only hot for 2 years. Listen, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but sometimes I'll be like, yo, I think they be actually really assassinating the good rappers. Like Nipsey. Nipsey could have changed the game. Got this shit back where it's supposed to be. And then you had Vaughn coming. Then we had a chance with Vaughn. Then, you know, regardless of whatever you think about Vaughn, like, yo, that was hip hop. He used the auto-tune. He understood times change too. You got to use it here and there. But Vaughn spit. He didn't use no auto-tune. He spit. He made Dirk go back to spitting without the auto-tune. Think about that. Think about how much influence fucking King Vaughn had on Dirk. And Dirk was older than Vaughn. Make that nigga go back to... Nigga, sometimes you gotta rap without that motherfucker auto-tune, bro. I know they probably had conversations like that. Just saying. Let's move on.
This campaign is so pathetic, and I agree with you about the coalition building. They are still riding on, I don't know, white suburban and elderly people.
Yeah.
Because they truly are icing everyone out when they don't understand that those folks, young people, people of color, Arab Americans, Muslim Americans in these swing states, those are the reasons.
And listen, and talking about, she right, but a part of me, I kind of disagree a little bit, because I know how the Democrat Party gets down. Yeah, they're alienating the black community and shit like that, and other minorities and the young folks. They doing it because they did it the last election. But what happens is, as closer and closer we get to the day of voting, you see they tone change. And that's where motherfuckers like me, like, man, this is why I don't fuck with the Democrat Party. This is why I be like, man, this is why I don't want to vote for them. They make you don't want to vote for them because you see the game they trying to play. If you really gave a fuck about my vote, you'd have been trying to do that. When we told you, hey, what's up? But you ignored us. Fuck y'all, like. And then when it get close to voting, then now you want to fuck with us. It's the same old Democrats strategy. They do it all the time. This is why I don't. That's why I didn't vote for Joe Biden last time. This time, and it ain't about Joe. Believe it or not. The reason it's two reasons why I'm voting for Joe Biden and the Democrat Party. It's because of some of my own people that voted for this motherfucker the last term. That's part of the reason. Y'all put us in this, our people kind of put us in this position. I feel put me in this position, right? And then, of course, the Republican Party. Nah, bruh. No. I'm going to get around. I'm going to keep pushing for people to vote for Democrat. Nigga, I am not going to sit back this time and be like, no, we shouldn't vote. But vote for Democrats. No, we got to vote for Democrats. I understand what they did. This fuck shit. They need to clean this shit up. And don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna forget this shit. I ain't gonna forget what they did, but this ain't the time for it. Sometimes you gotta take a little punch and kind of like take somebody swinging at you a little bit and you duck that bitch. Motherfucker. Bruh. Ooh, if you'd have hit me. Like, that's how I'm looking at that, right? I'm looking at this situation. And a lot of the shit that they doing. But we ain't got no choice to vote for Joe Biden. Because a lot of our black people put us in this position. By voting for this motherfucker anyway. Putting him in office in the first place. Honestly. Let's move on.
Those are the reasons that you got put over the edge in 2020.
That's right. That is the excitement of the party. They are your door knockers. They are the ones that will sit in a call room and make thousands of calls and get paid nothing but lunch, maybe. Those are the people that make it tangible to everybody else. You don't have a charismatic candidate at the top of the ticket, but you did have some people willing to be charismatic for you if you did the right thing with the policy. And let me say this to
because when they say this is why it offends me when people talk about black people lazy. Like, nigga, we listen, we do the dirty work to keep this country kind of really floating the way it does. Believe it or not. Every time the country is on edge, black people always come to save. We've been doing this shit for generations. We learn from our ancestors. Like, yo, come on, man. You don't call us lazy, motherfucker. We holding this shit together. Barely. And then we got these stupid motherfuckers on the Democrat Party supposed to be allies to us. And these motherfuckers over here ignoring us, shitting on us, disrespecting our Muslim brothers and sisters and shit. What the fuck? Fuck wrong with you? And we supposed to sit back and be like, and then try to use token black niggas. That black sister, you a token, bitch. For you to even... listen, I told you, I get more angry when I see black people selling out more than I see racist white people doing racist shit. Because I expect that from them. No disrespect to everybody in the white community. But, I expect that from some of y'all people. But my people, like, yo, what the fuck? What is wrong with y'all? Come on, man. We got to do better. Listen, black folks, what the fuck? We ain't free. You motherfuckers keep running around. All right, man. Let Trump get in office. You'll see how free you are. Then you want to come on home. Then you go come on home. Motherfuckers ain't learning, boy. I tell you, man. Listen, I'm glad. You know what I'm glad about? You know what I'm glad about? I'm glad that the man upstairs gave me common sense. Honestly, I'm glad he blessed me with common sense. And I can see shit that a lot of people can't see. I'm glad that he gave me that because I'd be lost in the storm. Because I go back and look how I was young and shit, how blind I was. But that's because I was just young and naive and you just really can't see shit. Like I look at my childhood a lot of times and how I grew up in my youth. Like it's almost like I just was just moving. I just was doing to be doing. Like I didn't really, I thought, but I didn't think as much as I think now. And it may be because it comes with wisdom and shit like that and time and living and going through shit. I get that part, but I believe that man upstairs gave me that. Because I used to think back in the day, but not as much as I used to think, and I see shit the way I see it now. I used to predict shit back then, but not as much as I can see and predict shit now. And I ain't talking about some psychic or some shit like that. I'm just saying, shit be right in your face and I can see it. And it's like, sometimes people just see the shit right in their face and I don't know if they ignore it or they just, they don't want to deal with it. But either way, it's fucked up because it blinds you. It makes you make fucked up decisions and mistakes. I tell motherfuckers all the time, bro, listen, man, I don't hang around people I know me. Listen, I keep telling motherfuckers, yeah, I can probably figure certain shit out about certain people at the while, but that take a little minute. But I know me. If right out of the way I know you that type of person, I'm not fucking with you. Nah, we can't hang. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do me, bro. I can't let you sacrifice my shit. And it ain't even really about my shit. It's really about my daughter's shit. Because whatever I do and whatever I got, that's her shit. I work for her. I survive it, and I move the way I move for my daughter. I move for her. I don't move for nobody else like that. Other than my people. My people come first, but my fucking daughter come first. My people come, they like after that. But, nah. My daughter come first. I try not to get involved and make certain mistakes and shit because of my daughter. Because if I fuck up, it affects her. Because that means I can't be there or I can't take care of her the way she needs to be taken care of. That's why I don't fuck with people like that. That's why I like family members and people be like, oh, you changed, you different, you don't fuck with people. You think it's because of you. It got nothing to do with you or me. It got something to do with her. I don't fuck with people Even friends, I don't fuck with people just because. Because of her. If I'm stressed the fuck out, then that mean I'm taking that shit out on her. I ain't trying to be stressed. I don't like how that shit feel when I'm stressed. I don't like to feel closed in. That's why I always knew jail wasn't a good thing for me, because I don't like to feel closed in, nigga. I listen, nigga. What they call it? Claustrophobic? I'm claustrophobic, nigga. I don't like to feel, and I don't like people telling me what to do, bro. And I like a routine. I'm a routine nigga because I got OCD real bad. So I like shit to like move smooth. Like I don't, you know what I mean? I'm quick of making decisions on the jump like that. Like I'm good of doing that, but you don't want to constantly keep having to ruminate shit on the jump every time. Like, you get what I mean? You want shit to kind of move smooth. Because believe it or not, because it lowers your stress level. Because you know what you expect, you know what you got to do. You know what I mean? So you try to have your life as smooth as it can be. It's going to be rocky. It's going to be some wrenches thrown in. It's going to happen. That's why you're supposed to be a little prepared for that. But you want a lot of your life moving smoothly a little bit. And then boom, or, you know. And then monkey wrench, you know what I mean? And then smooth again. You know what I'm saying? That's life. Life gonna make you jumpy. It's just life. But you don't want life to always on edge and shit. Because if that's the case, I could have stayed a drug dealer. Honestly. Believe it or not. And I ain't telling people be drug dealers. I'm just saying. I ain't condoning this shit. I'm just saying. Let's move on.
To every Democratic leader who's part of this process now. You all are running away from yourself. These individuals who have legitimate complaints, including myself, we provide a mirror for you. A mirror. Not to chastise you, but to correct your posture. Because, believe it or not, we want our policies to win. Damn the personality. We want our policies to win. And if we keep getting caught up in these insane self-induced moments where the Republican Party isn't even involved in this, you all did this to yourself. It's harming the people who need the policies that make sense. Does Biden
and listen, and I said this. Listen, it's okay for people like correcting you. You know what I mean? It's okay for that. It's okay for people to you know, criticize. But it's a way people supposed to criticize people, right? But it's another thing of allowing people to criticize you, right? If you're not open to criticism, because you got to understand, you ain't perfect. Just because you're doing a lot of good shit doesn't mean that you're doing everything correctly. For some odd reason in this country, a lot of people think that. I'm like, it's like if like I only can speak for me sometimes, right? If I'm roaming around thinking I do everything right, I see everything right on this show, and I don't deserve any type of criticism, then I'm a fucking fool. I'm a fucking fool. You gotta be okay with people criticizing you. But like I always tell people, it's a way how you criticize people without insulting them and being disrespectful. And listen, you're going to get a little offended just because you're a human being. If people criticize you, you're going to be offended. Regardless if they put it a nice way, you're going to be offended. Because you know why? Because when people call out your flaws, or what they perceive as a flaw from you, you're like, what? Nobody likes to get checked on their flaws or something that they ain't doing right, because you get what I mean? Nobody likes that, regardless who you are. But you got to be open to that. I had to learn that. Listen, I'm still learning. Nobody's perfect, bro. You gotta keep working at it. I keep working at it. Being okay with people telling me shit that I do wrong. Or what I need to do. Like, I get that. Like, you get what I'm saying? I try not to get stubborn about it. The one thing about me, even if somebody said and I might get a little stubborn, I still think about what they said. Because it's about me, right? So, you got to be open to that. A lot of times, you just see people in this administration, people don't like taking criticism, bro. You can't even criticize the country. The country is supposed to be we the greatest country in the world. What that mean? Are you saying that we perfect? We ain't perfect, motherfucker. So we can criticize this shit. I ain't patriotic because I don't call this country the greatest country in the world, or just because I criticize it. Just because if I say the country is the greatest country in the world, but then I come back and I criticize it, does that make me a hypocrite? No, it doesn't. It's saying, yes, living in is probably the best country in the world. From our point of view. We don't know this is the greatest country in the world from our point of view. Yes, it is, because we live here. Of course, we, in a sense, supposed to think that, but in a sense, if you're somebody like me, we shouldn't think that. You can't get mad at me for thinking the way I think. You don't know my experience in this country. Your experience in this country may be better than mine. You didn't have to go through no struggles. I always tell white people, what racism have you ever seen that was against you because you was white? Other than you had motherfuckers. Listen, I always tell white people, no lie to you. And I'm not saying this doesn't happen to white people, because it does. Listen, if black people somehow be bigoted towards you or say we don't fuck with you because you white and we shun you, or even other minorities, it's a reason for that. It's not because we woke up one day and we felt that way. You did something to us, or somebody that looked like you did something to us, and it's wrong for us to treat y'all because you didn't do that, and you get what I mean? But when you ain't got real intelligent people, rational black people that understand what I'm saying, of course they gonna act like that. But don't take that, because they act like that, don't take that out on every black person. That should be a wake-up call for you. Listen, I would never sit here and tell y'all we ain't discriminate against white people and other races of people. We have done it. Shit, no lie to y'all. I wouldn't lie to y'all. I have done it. Back in my youth, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Shit, some people might say I'm discriminating now because I said I don't want to make no new white friends. Or people might say I'm discriminating when I say tell other minorities that they not allies of ours. Not saying I don't respect you, we ain't cool. But this whole notion we allies, I can't see that. See, black Americans ain't got to prove nothing to y'all if we allies to y'all or not. We already proved it already. And we continue to do it. So we don't have to do that for y'all. To show y'all anything. So, let me go in the chat real quick before we get out of here. You're running this country. I don't know what that means. You're running this country. I don't know what that means. I don't even. It ain't that. The reason I say I don't know what that means is because I don't know how to take that. Like, what do you mean by that? And no disrespectful shit. It's just I don't understand. Shout out to my brother Callie in the building. What up, Callie? Now, listen, It's not true that it is no good people. Listen, it's just it just bad people are winning, and I call it the bitch motherfuckers is winning. You know, the liars are winning right now. You know, and that happens in society. It happens. It's been happening for generations. So it's like not nothing new for me, but it just shocked me that we at this point now, and we still allowing it. You know what I mean? That's the excuse me. That's the most disturbing part about that shit for me. But nah, it's good people here, man. It's just, I believe it's more good people here. It's just the bad people, they're just winning right now. And it happens, bro. Shout out my brother Kelly again. Let's see. Listen, I don't know. Listen, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Listen, I don't really have a problem with immigrants. Like, that's why I don't really talk about the policy, the border and shit. Because, you know what I mean? It's just like, yo, I can't, just because, listen, we all got few people in our culture and in our race that's bad people. So, yeah, the immigrants, they going to have some bad people that's going to come at that border. That's life. That ain't nothing new. We got the same shit here. It's like, I just don't understand why people focus on that shit. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know, man. People run with conspiracy theories and people run with shit because when somebody continues to throw certain shit in your face all the time, you automatically kind of think this shit is true. When you don't research, when you're too busy in your own life that you don't take time out to really pay attention and do homework on shit. So you just kind of like, you know what I mean? That was one of the real reasons for me that I like the job I took. Like, nigga, I don't work every day. But like, I work 3 days a week. Make pretty good money. And I set that shit up the way I did. Because I didn't want to be like I was before, of like, I was here, but I wasn't here. Like, you get what I mean? I was paying attention, but I wasn't fully paying attention like I supposed to. And so, and that, it wasn't just about what's going on in the world, just in my household. So, a lot of times people don't understand that. So, people just agree with shit because, you know, they see what they see on the run. You know, you on the internet. Listen, when I'm on the road and shit, and I'm doing my job, I don't even watch this shit. That's the good part about it. The only time I watch that shit is when I'm home, I'm laying in the bed and shit, I'm getting ready for work the next day or whatever, or when I'm off. That's the only time I pay attention to shit. When I'm at work, I don't pay attention to it. When I was at work, I had to pay attention to a lot of that shit because I had that type of downtime. But I drive, so I don't pay attention to shit. And I don't want to, because I want to focus on my job and get that shit done. You get what I mean? Because we get bonuses and shit when we do great. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I like to focus. And when I'm tuned in, I'm tuned in. And I'm not saying I can't do two things at once, but I like to do a great job of what I'm doing. I take, you know, this politics shit, I take the world and I take what's going on in the world and going on in our country serious. So I want to be very dedicated to what the fuck I'm doing. So I want to have all my attention on that. And it's the same thing with my job. It's just like, I'm like that, period. So, nah, I don't think Democrats on that. I don't think that. Shout out to my brother True in the building. What up, True? What you mean was good for the night? Nigga, you ain't coming down here to march, or you trying to go behind the scenes, get live or something? If that's what you're saying. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with that. Y'all niggas be the one with you know, the hour's crazy. Y'all, listen, y'all know my days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, ain't no talking to me. I'm at work. I'm at work all day. Like, it's not like when I'm saying like ain't no way to talk to me. Listen, I'm at work, bro. I leave this motherfucker. I wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm gone to whenever the fuck I get off. Right? And then by the time, regardless of whatever time I get off, put it like this, I'm not getting off no earlier than 6 o'clock. Right? But even if I get off, I'm not getting to my house till about 7. So by the time then, nigga, I go take a shower and do all that. It's about 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, nigga, it's time for me to go fuck to sleep. Because then I got to take my sleeping pill. My sleeping pill going to take a couple of hours. I'm going to try to eat some sugar and shit, because that's what, I don't know, my sleeping pill do that to me. Made me want to eat sugar. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I'm like, I'm not to be reached. Only person who reach me, really believe it, not like that, is my wife. But other than that, or my daughter and shit, she called me and shit. But other than that, nah. But yeah, yo, we good for the night. I mean, I don't even know what you mean by that. I don't know if you talking about doing the show or you want to do behind the scenes or whatever. I don't know. You got to let me know, True. Shout out to my brother, True, though. Shout out to my brother, Cali, in the building. He says, Dim's gone to leave. Listen, man, it looks that way, Cali. I actually truly agree with you on that, bro. I partly agree with you on that. They still got a chance to fix this shit, but it's like they want to lose, bro. They want to lose. Listen, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. And you know the crazy part about it, I try to warn everybody about this shit. Shout out to my brother Cali too, because, you know, he was on that shit too. He was with me on that. Like, yo, we try to warn y'all, man. Democrat Party, man, they bumbling fools. And it's almost like the people get mad at Biden because, you know, Biden, he old. I get that part, like, he old. You know, he ain't how he used to be. But he's just a representative of what the Democrat Party is. They bumbling fools. They stuttering fools. They don't, and no disrespect to people that stutter, because I stutter. But he just, man, he's just a representative of the party. They get in their own way. They do shit. They do hiccups. And it's like, yo, all right, you do a hiccup, fix that shit. It ain't hard to fix it. It's like they don't have nobody. They're like, yo, somebody's a strategist, a real strategist. Listen, this is how we handle that. It's like they doing the same old strategy shit from when Barack was in office. Like, nah, you can't do that. Come on, man. And believe it or not, Barack really didn't do shit wrong when he was in office, other than he didn't do shit for his people like he's supposed to. But other than that, like, Barack really didn't do shit. They was just making up shit. They was nitpicking, trying to find shit to be mad at Barack. They was being racist. It got to the point they couldn't find nothing about Barack. They just had to get racist on him. Think about that. But Nikki Haley will tell you this country ain't a racist country. And then the bitch try to blame Barack Obama for racist white people being racist. Are you serious? So we supposed to acknowledge just white folks, but don't acknowledge the other black and women and Hispanics and other minority people and gay folks, because the white people, they don't want you talking about that. Tell me how that makes any sense. Nikki Haley, oh my God. I wish you go away. At this point, your voice annoys me. Anytime you open your mouth, your voice, the tone of your voice annoys me. It ain't even about what you saying anymore. Your tone of your voice annoys me, Nikki Haley. You're just an idiot. You got a nerve to go in the Breakfast Club. Wow. The balls and the galls of you little racist bitch. But like I said, you know, you go over there with Charlamagne. I don't fuck with Charlamagne the God like that. And like in the Breakfast Club, them niggas, they corny ass black dudes, man. That's what happens when you make too much money. Anyway, people, leave your comments, hit that like button, support your boy. It's your boy, Mr. OBF. Peace and love to the world.